Hello guys and welcome back. So the Audi Q7 has a type of handbrake like the old Mercs, the foot operated handbrake. So today what I'm going to do is adjust it, because since I replaced the discs they haven't been properly adjusted, and all you're gonna need is a few basic tools. So T55 for the set screw that holds the disc in place, and also a triple square or spline size 5. That's for the adjustment hole for the handbrake, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So what I'm going to do now is get this car in the air. I'm going to get the rear axle completely in the air. I've got the jack stands ready, and then we'll take it from there. So both wheels are off the ground. Time to put the jack stands on. Safety always comes first. Now I'm going to remove the rear wheels, and then I'll take you up close and we'll proceed with the handbrake adjustment. Now that we got the wheels off, we need to first, I like to spread the pads apart. That will give me enough movement on the disc to rotate it, because this little screw here has to come off, and I'll need to rotate the disc towards here somewhere, because that's where the adjustment wheel and springs are. And this here, I said it was a T55, but it's actually a T50, so make sure you got a T50 for that. And just a quick reminder guys, this is the jack point, the rear jack point on the Q7, and it's also where you're supposed to put the jack stand, and as you can see there's not enough space for both. So down there in the middle, right in front of the differential, that's the diff right there behind the exhaust, right in front of the differential, you can jack the car up there, and that means that both wheels will be off the ground, and then you can use the jack points for the jack stands. Okay, just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that. So we'll get this handbrake adjusted now. So now that we're here, it's always a good idea to give the hub a little bit of a clean, because that's the surface where the wheels will mount to. Just a quick brush will be fine. So before I spread the pads apart, I will remove these two screws first. I will take the triple square 5 first, because that means that the disc it's mounted to the hub and won't spin freely, so it's easier to take this off that way. So that is off. This is literally just to cover that hole. As you can see, not enough threads. It's literally just to cover that hole. And now the set screw that holds the disc onto the hub. There. So with these off, now you can proceed to spread the pads apart to give you a little bit more movement on the disc. So there. Now we can move it here. I will link up an image onto the video because I cannot get a shot inside this hole for you to see the adjustment spring, but I will make sure you guys know what to look for. Now this is very important. I looked up online how to do this, and it says to pull the adjustment spring towards the spring itself, because you can't see the spring on the right side of the adjustment wheel. If you do it that way, you actually loosening the handbrake. I actually done that the first time and the handbrake was really loose, and I tried it now. So you actually have to pull it towards the other side of the spring until it stops. You're gonna keep turning until the wheel doesn't move anymore. That's it. And as you can see, I cannot turn this freely. And now you have to turn this back 6 times to give the disc enough movement. Okay, and as you can see, now it moves freely. And if you apply the handbrake, it will hold the rear wheels. So now what you have to do is realign all these holes and put everything back. So I'll start with the set screw. So when I put that screw there, the disc will move around on me. My torque wrench doesn't go this low, but this screw here, you have to tighten it to 15 Newton meters if you want to use a torque wrench. If you have a torque wrench that goes that low, that's 15 Newton meters. And strangely enough, this one here is 14. I don't know how they come up with such a random number. Could have just as well be 15 Newton meters. So that's how you adjust the handbrake on the Q7, Volkswagen Touareg, and also the Porsche Cayenne. They all based on the same platform. Now it's time to put the wheels back. Okay folks, so that's it all done now. Wheels back on, car still jacked up. It's time to jack the car up to have room to remove the jack stands, and then we can lower the car. Down. Keep the lever as low as you can, otherwise we'll leave the bottom of the bumper. And remember to bring the car down slowly. Touchdown. Job done. Now torquing the wheels. The Q7 torque spec is 160 Newton meters for the wheel bolts. So let's set this up at 160. and here, 19-inch socket, and torque them. When you remove the wheels, even after you torque them, it's good practice to recheck them after you put a few miles on the car, just for a little bit of peace of mind. On to the other side, torquing the wheels. These should never be overlooked, because you don't want to be driving down the road and the wheel comes off. That was not supposed to happen. So all wheels torqued, and that's the job done. If you done it like me, if you did push the pads apart, don't forget to jump in the car and press the brake pedal, because you need those pads to make contact with the disc again. So jump in there and yeah, that's it, nice and hard now. So now that the job is done, I'm gonna jump in the car and drop it to dynamic mode. And there it is, back how it's supposed to look. I hope this video brought you some information. Anything that you might want to ask, please go ahead and comment. Share this video and like it as well, and I'll make sure to answer to every single comment. Thank you very much guys, have a good day, and I'll see you in my next upload.